What's up, everyone? Welcome to another story of Backlog. I just had a stroke, though.
I got it too.
Stories of backlog.
No,
We're losing the house.
backlog with issues.
Backlog, yeah.
With issues.
Well, we all have issues, but that's a different channel. Dead project.
That project, bitch.
No, I'm talking about my project. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
So this is a pop culture podcast where we rant and ramble as Jens actually locks in with his life.
I'm locked in.
This and this
Always locked
in this episode we'll be talking about this, pop culture things. So like the Daredevil finale, Last of Us because Lalo won't shut up about that show, Doctor Who because again, and then
I won't shut up about that show and every other thing that we consume throughout the week because we, believe it or not, we consume a lot of shit.
You consume a lot.
I consume a lot of content.
I watch.
You want to know how many comic books I read today alone?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Of course, yeah.
See, all I do is watch the past year's Daredevil, and then whatever the movie of the week is. That's pretty much all I consume, plus F1. But like,
Okay, so this will be of the week of.
this Friday, the Friday that would be for the week of the Friday that it's coming out on. Oh,
No, but
prior
this,
week.
we're
Prior
taking
week.
care of. We're talking about the prior week, so from the 13 to the 19.
Yes, that sounds about right. Jens is currently windy.
Am I windy as frick?
Yes.
We don't know where he is. I'm kind of curious, and we're gonna talk about this one after we cut the cameras.
It's called time travel. I'm in the, I slipped out of bounds. I'm in the whatever it's called. What's
The
the place
back
where you
rooms.
slip out of bounds?
The back rooms.
Yeah,
Backrooms, gents. Backrooms.
I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the bathrooms. Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, if you play a Bethesda game, you don't clip into any rail. You just because everything's based upon a cell. So if you clip out of bounds in Bethesda games, it actually drops you in the middle of that cell. The fun fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you
That
like,
actually makes sense. For a Bethesda game, that's actually not that bad. Normally Bethesda games are pretty low quality, but I'm kidding.
oh, that's another thing we can get to about that one. Alrighty, let's talk about that finale. It's very clear that they were really restrained with what they could really do. Because again, it's not the story. It's a story that they're salvaging from the last Disney Plus overhaul that did not work for the phase 5? Are we phase 5 or phase 6 at this point, Lalo?
Phase 6.
Phase 6?
I think 6. Yeah.
Well, the past few phases have not been hitting, so they had a reshot for everything, and it shows. But the Punisher was back. I was happy about that.
Why?
I was literally on the treadmill losing my sanity and watching the first half of the episode.
That is a very interesting place to watch Daredevil Born Again finale.
Okay, I was getting to the point where like I'm pretty good with avoiding spoilers, assuming if someone doesn't send it to me.
My bad.
But I was pushing 2 days, and at that point, the internet's gonna start spoiling it, no matter how hard I try to avoid. So I might as well.
How hard you try, yeah.
So I might as well just get to most of it now, and watch the last half.
I watched it after we came back from the movie. After we came back from the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Lalo.
They won't let you wait for too long.
Well, see, my problem is, Lalo, I have work in the
You
morning.
can't do that.
I can't do that.
I have to work in the morning.
Yeah.
I was very irresponsible on that
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
I was
also-
just like,
also-
fuck it, Daredevil tonight.
You don't have to drive an hour for work, so there's that as well.
I don't have to drive an hour for work. I can get up at 8:30 and still clock in at 8:30 for work.
Yeah,
We feel blessed.
I can't have that luxury, so I gotta be a little bit more responsible with my time.
Sure.
Responsibility.
Yeah, I do think there are several things that I thought about this finale of the Daredevil finale. I was a little bit disappointed.
Really.
Yeah, a little bit. I was a little bit disappointed. There were factors of the finale that kind of let me down. There were moments where I was, and that's the thing, watching John Bernthal as The Punisher, a treat every time. Watching cast members of the show, again, a treat every time, of the original show from Daredevil.
Of course, that's
Watching
all.
Karen Page, always a treat. She is gorgeous and very talented woman, Deborah Ann Wolf. Whoa. But there were still things throughout the season that I felt overall it was a clusterfuck, and it felt much like I was reading random issues of several runs. That's how I felt a lot throughout the entire season. So I'm looking at it as overall like I've I felt like I was grabbing random issues of Frank Miller's Daredevil, fucking Mark Waid's, Charles Soule. I was grabbing random
Yeah.
hatchbacks of issues of just Daredevil and put it all into one
So,
semi-cohesive storyline.
so what you're saying, instead of calling it Daredevil Born Again, they should have called it Daredevil Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt throughout the season, and it all came to be at the very end. When are we gonna talk about our expectations for next season? Because
Well,
knowing the fact that I'm gonna finish my thought and then
Alright.
move on to that. Knowing the fact that yes, like you said, this was a hatchback of literally everything they had written and then thrown out the window, salvage whatever they had. I am okay with that. And I know I just complained about it feeling very disconjoined, but knowing that the show was a salvage of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ideas, a 19 episode run of ideas, and they took the shittiest out of the bunch out and gave us what they had. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the season being what it is. As of right now, it is still a very solid season of Daredevil. It's still very solid. It's still better than season 2 of Daredevil. Season 2 of Daredevil is not my favorite one. But I enjoyed this a lot more than I enjoyed watching Daredevil season 2 when it came out.
What was that, Jen? Sorry, Lalo. You saw that too, right?
I saw that too. I was trying not to touch it, but there you go. You touched it. What was that?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. No, no, no,
Chocolate.
no, no.
From the Dominican Republic.
See, I have a few things I want to kind of touch upon before we kind of talk about what we
Yeah,
expect.
of course, yeah.
What this means for like Kingpin coming up to power, martial law and all that. What that means for like the superheroes, like since now again Netflix shows all part of the MCU canon. What it means for Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. Most importantly, he's above your head, Lalo. He's your favorite character.
Spider-Man. Yeah. So okay, what they're clearly adapting is a bit of Chester Dusty's run. Mainly, I noticed that this was something I did notice throughout the entire season. They were adapting the end of Charles Soule's into Chip Zdarsky's run of Daredevil. So I was very happy about that. With the whole Mayor Fisk storyline, bringing it back to 2018 Spider-Man comics when Spider-Man was the mayor's favorite, quote unquote, and it caused a lot of controversy between the superhero community. It reminded me a lot of that era of Daredevil. But when I started reading Daredevil because of the show and because of everything else, actually, I have that book. I do not have that book at Reach. Never mind. But what I think they're going for Devil's Reign, either Devil's Reign or Shadowland. Shadowland would make less sense considering the difference of storylines. But for those who don't know, and it's been going around on the internet, I think I sent it to you as well. I didn't send it to you, Jens, but I sent it to Robert. There are set photos of Daredevil season 2, and we see Matt in the Devil's in the Shadowland costume. with the double D's and the full black suit.
Liberties. I'm sorry. I'm a
The
child.
double D's.
Daredevil just the super big bra. Wild.
Hey, trans rights are human rights, okay?
Daredevil's trans now? That's wild.
You got double D's? You got double D's. I need to
D's
shut the fuck up. But we saw the devil suit with the original Daredevil logo printed in red over black, which is a very iconic imagery from the Shadowland run back when Daredevil was the leader of the Hand.
I still remember from Superhero Squad Online adapted that suit.
Fucking superhero! The superhero squad was amazing. Yes, Jens.
For the guys who don't know much about comic books, can you explain what the Hand is real fast?
The Hand is a criminal organization as ancient as time, from the old
Cut the
Qin
bullshit.
dynasty back in.
You know the Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? The Foot Clan from TMT.
Yeah,
The Foot Clan is a copy of the Hand.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, the Hand. That makes sense.
The Hand was first, yeah, because fucking TMNT is a parody of Daredevil.
Actually, whoa, that actually makes sense.
Legit.
It's a turtle parody of Daredevil.
It's a turtle parody of Daredevil.
That blows my mind.
The creators, the creators of TMNT, whose names
Okay, we're going a little bit over chance. Let's skip.
flew off the top of my head. They were mocking classic Frank Miller Daredevil books, whatever was out at that time.
And that's why in the first issue, what made the Turtles was the same thing that made Matt blind.
Mad, yeah. The TGIRX canister. Someone's gonna correct me in the comments. The canister for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the same canister that blinded Matthew.
Little fun fact, in case you haven't heard that surface level fact.
Someone's gonna be interested by that fact, Jens. I just gave you gold of a conversation. I did not.
I'm interested right there.
No, that was not gold. One thing I
It's not
did.
gold. It's a
One thing I liked a lot more, I like how it was more of a, it cemented the Netflix shows as finally being part of the MCU. We didn't have that argument done with. What I enjoyed the most about those, it didn't rope in any unnecessary cameos. There was this massive talk about this mysterious MCU figure joining.
because those were really expensive.
Well, I remember those rumors too that there was going to be a MCU star that joined at the end, but they didn't show that, did they? I might have missed it, but I didn't.
I don't remember. From what I remember people saying Kristen Ritter was gonna come back as Jessica Jones, and the whole season I was waiting for Kristen Ritter to show up, and I was like, "Where's Jessica Jones?" Because little known fact, aside from Daredevil, Jessica Jones is actually the other Netflix show that was close to my heart back then.
I'm
because
glad
of David Tennant.
I'm glad that Marvel is kind of, because before you couldn't go a project without seeing some glorious cameo.
Without hearing it from someone else from another movie.
Oh, wrong. The over-reliance on Wong for so damn, like, why Wong of all people? Love the character, but why was he everywhere? It felt nice, like enjoying a nice, easy, isolated story. That
I do find it interesting how brave they were with the story that they were trying to tell us. And I gave it a lot of shit a couple of minutes ago, but I was really impressed with Disney having the balls to actually wanted to present a semi-legitimate Daredevil story, almost inspired from the original Netflix show.
I'm also really glad they didn't neuter the Punisher one bit. He was brutal in that. Dude, he was brutal.
How is it that legitimate? The only reason why I haven't seen the Punisher, there's the opening scene of like the first episode. There is a scene where Punisher is hunting down criminals everywhere who are leaving from New York all the way across the country. There's a scene where he is at the Texas border shooting into Mexico, into a gang member. And then there's another scene where he is where he is grabs someone's head and starts shredding it with a mirror.
With a
With a
mirror?
yeah. And I was
That's
like,
what
I
it's
remember
like.
watching that and I was being like, nope, this is too far. I am not okay with this. I was willing to watch a Punisher show. This is too fucked.
Um, I
Jens, it looks like you're rolling up cigarettes.
What if I am?
Yeah.
see. Here's the thing. I'm hoping with that the Punisher special that they're doing now. I hope they bring back Jigsaw from the fourth season, from the Punisher's fourth
Oh my
season.
god, I
Because
fucking hate Jigsaw.
did he come back in the second season? I haven't watched the second season.
I haven't seen any seasons of
Well,
Punisher. I know Jigsaw from the comics.
well, actually, I kind of like what they did in the show, but that's a different tangent.
I haven't seen the Punisher show. I told you. I just said this.
Dog, you think I pay attention? You see a lot of shit. Okay,
I do say a lot of shit.
some of it's gonna be leaving like covering full, like most of Daredevil Born Again, the original cut. I now my big thing is, I know like most of the time when like a big Marvel event happens, you know, everyone makes these jokes. Oh, Spider-Man, oh, like the Penguin, the Batman watching Gotham blow up, oh, Spider-Man watching all the looting. It it was
Just sleeping through the night.
see when the problem is that a lot of these guys, a lot of these showed universes now, always want to raise the stakes in the individual shows without thinking of like the grand effects. And like I know, I just like the fact that they didn't take the easy, you know, cameo slop film way of just
You're
throwing all
saying
these
they
guys.
didn't do the X-Men 97 route?
I don't
Which
know.
pissed me off.
I haven't seen X-Men '97.
Oh my god. Okay. Real quick. I'm gonna explain my joke. In X-Men 97, there's a scene where Magneto is basically takes the gravitational pull out of the planet. Like
Hey, I recognize
shifts
that
the
plot.
planet shifts the planet out of gravitational pull
How?
and creates an because he has magnetic powers, motherfucker. What do you want? You want me to explain it step by step how he did it? But he didn't do it in the show.
Gravity doesn't. Electromagnetism and gravity are not the same thing.
Motherfucker! It's a comic book. Shut the fuck up.
He shifted
You
the
thought-
axis of the planet.
Okay, so the gravity was still on.
Yeah, he created an EMP across the planet.
I recognize that plot. Please check out Ultra
Yeah, I
Modern
recognize-
Video.
See, I'm
Is
done
it
with
still alive?
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm done with that.
Okay, so he does that, and throughout that sequence of him creating an EMP across the planet, we see several cameos. One of them being Silver Samurai, being some other Black Panther, Captain America, and finally we see Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
reacting to the whole EMP, like the lights going down. And I remember watching that scene, being like, "That's the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, Spider-Man," which was my Spider-Man growing up because the rights for all TV shows were cheap back in Mexico. But but I remember watching that Spider-Man, being like, "Is he gonna be in the show?" He wasn't. I was pissed.
Womp womp.
But then the finale was really cool, and I got over it.
It just took a little bit.
It took like the next episode.
But my is this,
Oh, okay.
now my question is, with all these showed universes becoming such a prominent piece of things in our media, we can't go anywhere without being showed universes.
Correct.
At what point should the story, like, I love the fact that they took the line and say, no, we're not doing any of this Phase 5 full bullshit of, oh, the shared universe is going to take priority over our story. And now the problem is they're so deeply entrenched with this universe that they kind of get, whenever they do take that stand where they say, hey, we're doing this our own story, you know, compartmentalize it. Problem is,
Especially when 75% of the heroes are in New York.
yeah, like that's the problem. At one point,
Do something really relevant for like the overall arch of several, because we have Thunderbolts in like 2 fucking weeks,
Yeah.
and
So,
it takes place in New York.
and the worst part is that it's not going to get addressed in Thunderbolts because
Absolutely not, because that got filmed like 3 years ago before
yeah,
Daredevil got filmed.
it's going to be like the Celestial that took what
It's gonna be the fucking Celestial
a
all over again.
half a decade to be explained or addressed.
About
4 years.
About.
So that's it's no wait. Eternals, yeah, Eternals came out in 2021, didn't it?
Eternals came out in 2021.
No one saw
Like
it, but it came out.
early. I did.
Yeah.
Barely. Once. I've never seen Eternal since then. I
But
saw
so-
it in the theater,
so-
and that's it.
It took 4 years. Well, actually, technically, it only took 2 if you count that throwaway headline in She-Hulk. Technically,
Yeah.
but it wasn't actually addressed in a real manner
Until
until
Captain America: Brave New World.
so 4 years later. And even then, I guess they did make it
okay.
actually a central plot point.
So ignoring Thunderbolts, because I don't expect anything from Thunderbolts aside from the movie.
I expect a good
that's
time.
it. I expect seeing Bucky, and that's it. And Yelena, I love Yelena.
It's because she's a blonde, isn't
ignoring, yeah, because she's a blonde, dude. I got them type.
He got that type. He got that type.
Ignoring Thunderbolts for like 2 minutes, I heard, and I saw a tweet about it. Someone tweeted about this, and I went back and saw the episode, the finale of Daredevil. If you listen to the music, you hear Spider-Man's theme from No Way Home.
Really?
And there was an interview. There was an interview from the musical director of Daredevil Born Again, that he put that there intentionally. He put Spider-Man's theme intentionally.
Get me
Which makes me wonder.
Spider-Man.
Which makes me wonder: is Daredevil Born Again gonna bleed straight into Spider-Man?
I mean, imagine
four.
with how important. But I'm not gonna lie, Daredevil and Spidey are really integral to each other. I'm not gonna lie. Hell, they even show some of the same villains with Kingpin. What are you doing,
Really?
Lalo?
And they're like this. They're like connected to each other.
And so having to, and
Thank
now
you. I was trying to do that, but I couldn't remember it.
now with Spider-Man now being instead of a vengeful level hero, he's now a street level hero. I wonder if we're gonna see.
Which is, I'm excited about that.
Well,
I had a theory.
We're probably going to see what he was doing the. That's probably the next film that's going to actually address what the hell is happening in Manhattan.
And is good. Are they gonna do a full blown Nick Spencer Spider-Man run of like the Kingpin is all cool with Spider-Man, is not shady at all, or is Kingpin gonna double down on fuck vigilantes?
Well, I don't think we're going to see Kingpin because of the rights issue between.
Yeah, I know. But they could mention the mayor. They could do a lot.
Yeah,
of shit.
they really set this up to be an.
They could say the mayor's initiative, and that's it. That's all I need to say.
This show was one of those event shows where everyone was watching. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely a lot better than Secret Invasion was the last show that came out. Oh no, Agatha All Along.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it?
I got all along as it was. I watched 2 episodes.
There's a show.
I watched 2
that
episodes.
exists.
It exists. Did it caught me like the same way that WandaVision did a couple of years ago? Meh. Did I decided to finish it?
See,
I watched like 3 episodes of Agatha all along.
another thing I did like, circling back to that music thing, they made some really good music choices. Like,
Holy shit! Yeah.
I like staring at the sun.
Gents, I'm gonna send you. No, I'm gonna send you the actual soundtrack of the show, not the copyrighted music.
Well, I'm talking about the music they use like copyright. Right?
Oh.
They like staring at the sun, kind of at the end of episode 2, right? Where he's looking at Fisk. I think it was episode 2 when he's staring at Fisk.
Hello?
Robert
Robert died.
Well,
Well, no,
yeah,
I had to do something. It was like it kind of was you were kind of expecting this fight that was gearing up. That song is really impactful that way.
yeah. I was also impressed by the fight scenes a lot, all throughout the season. There were no fight scenes that I wasn't like 100% on the edge of my seat. From the fucking opening fight scene to the one at Matt's apartment at the end of the season on the finale, I was on the edge of my seat every week after week. Especially the one of the bank heist, not the bank heist, um, the episode afterwards, the episode after the
Oh,
bank heist.
fuck. That's right. I forgot about that episode. That one episode of Philo that you probably tried to salvage the best it could, but they
It
couldn't.
was a bottle episode, and I fucking listen. If
I'm
there is something I love about TV, it's bottle episodes.
one thing.
They do them a lot in Doctor Who. They do them a lot in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love an episode that it just takes place in a fucking room.
What I enjoyed the most though about that was that they dropped it with another episode, so people who wanted story
People who
got
don't
story.
enjoy those kinds of episodes, people who are not weirdos like Lalo can actually watch and follow through the storyline. Meanwhile, Lalo's like, yes, a bottle episode, give me those.
Like, it was-
I'll eat them up.
Honestly, it was kind of Matt's first entry point into becoming that vigilante again that he was
Yeah.
on the edge of doing. So I see its importance, but also I don't want to watch a blind man save a bank heist.
I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it so much. That was probably my second favorite episode of the season.
Now moving on, to the
Do we
golf
have
match.
to talk about this?
To the golf match. Yeah, you're gonna have to
Oh
talk
my
about.
god. We got The Last of Us episode 2. That titled Through the Valley. And oh my god. This is the moment. Okay. I'm gonna break down the episode slowly, and then I'm gonna.
Don't
Tell
break
you
down
my
the
thoughts.
episode. Just break it down quickly.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna break down the episode and then real quick, and then I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. So we meet. We follow on the relationship between Ellie and Joel. Ellie wakes up and is sent into a regular patrol. That is, since Joel and Dina have not reported back. Back over with Joel and Dina, we see that they meet Abby, and Abby guides them through the town in order to get out into the lodge, where eventually Joel will meet his end, and a golf match ensues. And that's pretty much the episode. Right?
Okay, yeah.
This is the moment I was waiting for the lead for the entire season. I was dreading this, so much so that I wanted it to happen early in the season because I knew I wouldn't be able to if I was gonna have it, I would rather have it early.
Good thing it did happen early in the season, so there's that for you.
I would have rather have it in the first episode
Oh,
because
now
oh
you're
my
just
fucking
getting,
god,
now you're just getting greedy, Lalo. Come on.
oh my fucking god, it hurt. I had no idea how much it was gonna hurt until it was happening again. I played The Last of Us like last week. I said I played The Last of Us when it came out, and it's a very important game to me. The Last of Us Part 2 is very important to me, and especially now that I've been going through some personal life events that mirror a lot my experience in the game, the experience I lived through the game. Having it happen again, having Joel die again, it killed me. And then to put salt in the wound, I think I posted on my Instagram an interview that Neil Druckmann was doing of a specific song that they set up for the end of the episode. And all throughout the week, I was like, ooh, I wonder what song it's going to be. I wonder what song it's going to be. Knowing damn well what the end of the episode was, knowing damn well that Joel was going to die in that episode, I was like, what song will it be? And the fact that it was Through the Valley sung by Ashley Johnson, it just added like another cut into my heart as I was bleeding out. I remember like I was sitting down on the couch and my mom was watching. We were watching the show together, my mom and I. And the song started, the guitar started, and I was like, "Fuck you, you sadist motherfuckers!" I legit said that out loud in the living room. I'm like, "You sadist motherfuckers, fuck you!" As the song started to play out, and oh my god, that hurt so much. That was probably hearing Ashley Johnson, who played Ellie in the original Last of Us game, in both games. Hearing her sing Through the Valley as they are dragging Joel's corpse back into town just sucked.
That's wild.
I have no expectations of the rest of the season. I know I have a feeling I know exactly where they're gonna end it because I know that they're gonna split this game into if not 2, 3 seasons.
Mhm.
We gotta see a lot of Ellie. We're gonna see a lot of Ellie's revenge path. And I've been hearing people online saying no one cares about the revenge path. Meanwhile, Lalo's in the corner like, I care.
No one cares about the revenge
Because
path,
that's
though.
how I felt.
No one cares
That's
about,
how I
No one
felt.
cares about the revenge path.
I care. I care because
Lalo cares.
I needed that. And now re-experiencing The Last of Us as a show now, I still need it. There are so many things in that you need the lessons that come from it. You need the overall circle of violence that the lesson that's the lesson of the story. Because that's the lesson of the story. Violence only creates more violence, and there's no other way to prove it than to show you the horrible things that Ellie needs to do. You keep eating so much chocolate, and it's so funny.
See, I was laughing at Jens and his shenanigans, but I was listening to you too, kind of. I was processing it.
I think it's very important to listen and pay attention throughout this season of how it makes you feel, and if it makes you uncomfortable, that's good. You need to be uncomfortable at this whole season because
What if
it
we don't
is
watch
an
the show?
ugly side of The Last of Us that we didn't get last season. We didn't get the last season, and it was very upbeat and happy, and for a lot of it, there were a lot of dark shit on it, but it is very important that you feel uncomfortable because that is what violence creates.
What if you haven't watched At the Point?
Then you need to get on that, Robert, because I know. But it is very important. The Last of Us is such a great show. It's such a great game. I adore that game with all my heart. So along with the Uncharted series, that's one of my favorite games of all time. And Spider-Man. A lot of Sony originals.
They need to do more with Uncharted. If they do another game with Uncharted, I'd be happy. I'll die a happy man. I'm not going to die a happy man.
I need Uncharted back. And I need another movie. I need another movie. I need another Uncharted movie.
Probably, I don't know, probably not going to happen.
That is probably it is most likely we will get another movie than first.
Well, but also neither way, because it seems like Naughty Dog's put all the creative weight behind The Last of Us.
Sony can do the movie. That's fine. I don't.
Do you really trust Sony with the film? What made Uncharted magical was the Naughty Dog touch.
Listen, I love the movie so much that I have it on Blu-ray.
Need I tell the story about how I had to prevent you from popping out my sunroof?
On the way to watch Uncharted with Robert, I opened the sunroof of his car, jumped out.
No, you unbuckled your seatbelt. Mind you, we have this like a bend around a mountain. Not like a mountain, but it's a hill. It's a hill. It's like a little bend.
I was gonna say the road.
That's when
Jen's notes at road.
That's when he decides, yes, that is the time to pop out. Not when I'm going in a straight line.
I unbuckle my seatbelt and start mid-jump. Robert grabs me on the shoulder, shoves me back into my seat, grabs the seatbelt and puts it back on me.
No, I didn't. I screamed at you to put your seatbelt back on because I had both hands on the road because I'm a good driver.
Put your seatbelt on. Yes, because Robert's a good driver.
Seatbelt back on. Yeah, but I adore Uncharted, and I love The Last of Us. I can't pull my season one copy of The Last of Us, but believe me, it's right there.
One sec.
Trust me, we all believe you. Oh, cameo from someone.
Cameo from someone. Where is it?
Um,
How do I even? Dude. Oh, there it is. Hi. Oh, my phone is breaking.
What else is new,
Okay.
Jens?
nice.
Um,
Okay, Doctor Who.
your
That
next.
is all of that is my little tangent on the last, not tangent, but that is my review of the episode of The Last of Us.
Lance is getting like photobomb from everywhere, isn't he?
I know. Back to Doctor Who. Doctor Who. This episode was weird. I need you to, whoever's watching it, if you are watching Doctor Who along with me, I need you to experience this episode because it was fucking weird. We met another one thing I'm gonna say about this episode. We met another one of the gods, of the gods of the pantheon of gods of Doctor Who. So far we got the trickster, we got the toy maker, and now we have Lux. We have Lux, we have Sutek, and we have Maestro. And that's the ones I can name off the top of my head. We have the new one is Lux, the god of light. And I gotta say, this was one of the it's gotta be one of the creepiest episodes, and the weirdest episodes of this season. Just out of the whole like break of the fourth wall that they do mid episode.
What do they do? An episode that breaks the fourth
We
wall.
meet Doctor Who fans.
Pardon
We
me?
meet fans of the show who are like
That's weird.
been watching and having a conversation of their favorite episode with the fucking Doctor.
Why? That is so weird.
That is it was a trick from Lux, from the God of Light.
Oh, he brought in
It was
some.
a very cool trick. It was a very cool scene, and they were having we were having a conversation with these three fans of Doctor Who, and the Doctor asks them, "What's your favorite adventure of mine?" And they all go, "Blink." It was Blink.
Valid.
And the companion at Miss Bella Chandra goes, "What's Blink? Like, what's that about?" And like, well, and the guy goes, "It's an episode, right? Where the whole premise is that you cannot blink."
Okay, so it's the
Like,
Weeping Angels episode, huh?
yeah, it's the Whipping Angels episode.
That's Tenet. That's the first
it's the
Tenet.
introduction of the Whipping Angels.
I was Tenet, wasn't it?
Yeah, you were right. You were excellent, right? I was like, first of all, that is the most unrealistic situation of Doctor Who fandom ever, because there's absolutely no way that you get three Doctor Who fans in three
To
Doctor Who
agree.
fans in a room and agree on one episode. Because I will tell you, I was like, no, Blink is not my favorite episode of all time. My favorite episode is Journey's End Part 2, or the end, fucking Doomsday. Doomsday, my favorite episode of Doctor Who.
Does the Day of the Doctor
Doomsday is my
count?
favorite. Oh my god, the day of, I forgot about the Day of the Doctor. It's like off the top of my head. The Day of the Doctor is also one of my favorite episodes of all time. Just because out of the conversation that you get out of putting three doctors together and having them have a conversation, arguing with each other, wanting to kill each other, it is just interesting to watch. Besides the ramifications of having three of yourself in the same time stream. But
Yeah,
that's
that
neither here or there.
That doesn't count. Don't worry about
That's the
that.
kind of Doctor Who shenanigans.
Doctor Who doesn't worry about that, and it actually has a backdoor way of reversing that.
Really?
It is when you in Doctor Who canon, if you meet yourself if two versions of yourself are in the same time stream, the moment the time stream ends, the past versions of yourself will forget it. So like their brain will retroactively flush that adventure out of their system until it happens again.
Until it happens again. Not if it happens again, until it happens again.
Yeah, because eventually it's gonna happen again. Because you lived it once, and then you're gonna live it again. So the example that they use is the Day of the Doctor. The War Doctor is experiencing this for the first time. The 10th Doctor is experiences for the second time. He doesn't remember what happened in the present. He doesn't remember what happens in the future. He doesn't remember what happens in the past. He just knows that he's experiencing this again. And then 11 has no recollection of the previous three times that he's been there, except for what's happening in the moment. But he will get to remember it once he moves forward,
Wow.
because he is the oldest version that's in there. If you are the oldest, you get to remember it all.
You know
If
what,
you
though?
are the middle and the two youngest ones, you don't get to remember any of it.
You know what that sounds like?
Kind of fun.
You know what that sounds
What
like?
sounds like?
It sounds like Morbin
What sounds-
time.
God damn
Morbin
it!
time.
You mentioned Matt Smith. I had to. I'm sorry.
And that's
Can't get into
okay.
Morbin time.
That
dude.
is my chat on Doctor Who for the day. Please
Lalo?
watch Lux.
Well, you're a geek and a nerd, and that time thing is lost on me. I've been up since 5 o'clock and worked an 8-hour shift.
I am so sorry. I love time travel. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite tropes of fiction.
Morbin time beats chicken jockey.
Chicken
Chicken
jockey.
God damn it!
Chicken jockey.
Hey, yo, is that the guy
Crazy.
from Fortnite?
Okay. Back to my 5 books a month.
How did they go this? How did they go this week?
So last week I talked about Transformers. I talked about crossover, and I talked about Ultimate Spider-Man.
Crossover.
Today I read today in preparation of this video, I read 2 books. Aside from already this week reading the book I was supposed to read.
Okay, so
So-
what were they?
I read
Oh, I know
Invincible,
Oh.
Volume 1.
I was expecting
I just-
Sabrina. Not gonna lie.
I read it. No, I did not read Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That is,
No.
I read Invincible, Volume 1 by Robert Kirkman and Cory Walker. We meet Invincible, who is a teenager. Not like
Okay,
you and me, 'cause we're
no
not
one needs an
teenagers anymore.
introduction to Invincible.
Yeah. It's based on the famous show. I read the Volume 1 and Volume 2. So that's 8 issues worth of story of Invincible. Right?
Okay.
And today, I read 12 issues of Big Time.
You need a life, Lalo. You really do.
Well,
12 issues today.
that's unhinged.
From issue 557 to 657 to 662. So that's not 10 issues. That's not actually 12 issues. But that is a full storyline worth of 2 storylines worth of books of issues of I am unhinged. I apologize. I don't know what happened.
No, you
Bro.
don't apologize. You choose chaos, don't you? I know you choose chaos.
I was helping with testing, and during testing you were supposed to you're not supposed to be on your phone during state testing, but you are allowed to read
Well,
while the kids are testing and helping. And in my job, I am allowed to read, and I took this, and I was like, I wonder where I left off last time I read it, because I read it for preparation of Stories with Issues, and I just kept going and finished it all.
we're gonna start
finish
calling you Energizer
this-
or Bunny.
I read from this mark right here all the way down.
Lalo, you need
All
a
this.
life. You need a life, Lalo.
I finished the day after reading all this. I was like, what the fuck did I read like 8 issues of Dan Slott's Spider-Man.
Well,
And
Lalo,
tomorrow I'm doing it again. Tomorrow I'm taking this one to work. I'm taking volume 2.
you need a life, Lalo. You really do.
This volume contains Spider Island, which I don't know if you remember it, Jen, but we covered it on Stories with Issues.
I do remember Spider Island. Everyone got all spider-fied.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Kind of freaky though.
This volume contains Spider Island, and then volume 3, which I also own, contains Ends of the Earth,
Wow.
which we didn't cover on Stories with Issues.
He was really being a big time guy, huh?
Big time.
Oh.
That's why they pay me the big bucks to stores with issues, aka nothing.
Big time rush. I should just have that big time rush.
But that's what I read today. That's what I read this week.
All right.
And Robert, are we gonna talk about the movies that we watched? Because I watched more than you did this week as well. I did a thing.
We're gonna no, we're not gonna do all of our movies we consumed. We're just gonna do the movie theater experience ones.
Really? Because I wanted to talk about Clerks as well.
No, we'll get to that next week. Because technically you watched it after we reset. Because we reset on Fridays. We reset when we want to. Doesn't count. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't count? Okay.
Well,
because I watched Pride and Prejudice as well.
Do you really want to talk Pride and Prejudice as well, Lalo?
I don't want to talk about Pride and Prejudice.
We don't want to talk about
So
but I watched Clerks, I watched Mallrats, just to keep it honest and fair.
Okay.
I watched a lot of movies alongside with Robert.
We saw 2 movies in the theater this week.
I watched 3.
We watched because we have Hawkins down where we're located at, and they do a thing called Tuesday Night Classics. I got off early on a Tuesday as we were discussing only doing the Daredevil section. I'm like, ayo, they're playing The Dark Knight. So I paid for the tickets. I got the tickets. Mind you, they charge $1.37 per ticket for a processing fee. I have gotten so used to AMC A-List where I don't have to worry about any online ticketing fees. But also $1.37 for 2 tickets for an online processing fee. Why? Why just not make it one processing fee? Why do I have to process 2 separate tickets?
And also, the seats were so uncomfortable.
It's on the same. It was the same transaction as well. They're making a racket off the online processing fees.
Did you buy them straight from Harkins, or did you go to?
I bought them straight through Harkins.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, straight up $1.37 each. I was like looking at it, it's like, okay, $10 for the tickets. I'm like, why is it $13? Because
why am I paying $13 for the Dark Knight?
And it was worth it, though. Honestly, I thought the bat cycle was going to go a lot faster than it was.
Yeah, it rose into the glasses on our childhood of like watching that movie. Without mentioning the idiot guy who was like outside of the theater saying, "Yo, this movie is the best Batman movie ever made." I was like, dude, the Batman is a better Batman movie than this one.
Okay, my man, you said it yourself. Let people enjoy what they enjoy.
The Batman is a better Batman movie. I'm sorry.
Stand on your soapbox and not be a hypocrite, okay? We have too many of those in the wood as we have it.
Listen, I'm just gonna preach on the goodness that the Batman is. I love the Batman.
Yeah,
Robert Pattinson's the Batman.
But which one got a sequel first? Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
We're getting a sequel to the Batman. It's gonna take a couple of years, but we're gonna get a sequel for the Batman.
Hopefully. So we saw The Dark Knight. You know, we didn't see anything on Wednesday. We probably should have saw something on Wednesday just for like a fucking marathon, but we didn't.
Oh my god, that would have been insane.
That would have been fun. But on Thursday,
we saw Sinners. Yay.
I know. I'm obviously not the target demographic for these the film. Obviously, I'm actually as an Irish guy.
You can't see it, but Robert's white.
Well, that's why I'm a potato. I have a lot of Irish ancestry in me. But once the action started, I didn't want it to stop. I'm not gonna lie. It was such a great action film. I just wish it had more in it.
I really enjoyed. Actually, I'm gonna sit here and be the devil's advocate to Robert. I actually enjoyed the build-up of the tension throughout the entire film, of just meeting new characters, getting to know these characters, seeing the world behind them. Sinners is a very interesting interesting plot, interesting
see it.
story.
Go see it.
Go see it,
Support
please.
original ideas, please.
This movie was.
That
There
is
is something
something.
interesting about watching this movie in the premium format that we saw it. Right, we saw it in a premium format.
Yeah,
I didn't buy the tickets.
we saw AMC Prime, which is an IMAX, but it has comfortable seats, so that's why I get that over IMAX.
It was fancy seating. Listen, we are accustomed to the fancy seating because when I went to see. Well, I took my mom to see Pride and Prejudice as well, and whenever I take my mom out, I buy her the fancy good seats. Um, we go to either the AMC all the way to Foothills. In this case, we went to the AMC. We went to AMC, or I go to the Cinemark down the street by my house. They're both fancy seating. I will say that. I will never complain about Cinemark because they got me the 2 popcorn buckets that are amazing for Captain America: Brave New World.
How was
But
Captain America? Did you like it?
dude, that was so good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Really?
It was a
Yeah,
film.
it was. Fuck off. Captain America was fun. If I enjoyed Captain America movies a lot ever since I was a kid.
I did too.
And watching,
did.
but watching this new generation of Captain America and with his new Falcon and everything, like
I do like his new
was fun.
Falcon.
It was like watching. He's in The Last of Us. I forgot to mention that the new Falcon in Captain America. Yeah, he's in The Last of Us. He plays the Mexican character in The Last of Us.
Oh. Is that how you remember him?
Which when his name is Manny. In the game, he's a really cool guy, but he's also the one that calls. Is also the guy that spits on Joel's body and says "burning hell, pendejo," and that. From that moment, I was like, "Oh, you are a fucking Mexican character in this show, in this game. I love you. I when I get to know you, I know I'm gonna love you. But you call Joel a pendejo, I will kill you."
I love your excitement for like, oh, he's in The Last of Us show. He's the Mexican character.
He's the Mexican character in The Last of Us. His name is Manny. He's actually kind of cool. He's a really cool character. But again, like. It's the Mexican character. There's a moment in the game where he starts speaking Spanish to his dad, and I was like, "Whoa, you're speaking Spanish really well to the point where I'm not reading the subtitles. I can understand you." Because there's situations in movies where I hear, like in Antonio Banderas in Uncharted, I'm sorry, I'm going on this fucking tangent.
I'm down.
Antonio Banderas in Uncharted, you can tell he's a bit Americanized. You can tell his accent is. You can tell his Spanish is gone. Like he don't speak Spanish anymore, because he speaks Spanish in Uncharted. And I was like, "The fuck? What am I? I'm not hearing you right, buddy." But yeah, watch Sinners, please. Go support your local theater and go watch Sinners.
Original films.
Yes,
it's something that I've gone on and ranted about a little bit in this episode. So I put my money where my mouth is. I saw Mickey 17. Not my favorite film. I'm not gonna lie.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I still think it outside of like, I think it goes Captain America: Brave New World, and then Mickey 17, and then the rest of the films we saw. Not saying Mickey 17 is bad, but it's just
Mickey 17 was great. I love Mickey 17. That was one of the movies that I was like thought-provoking. It was very thought-provoking.
I wanted to entertain.
Robert didn't want to be. Robert didn't want to be challenged mentally. He wanted comedy.
I wanted a comedy with how like over the top Mark Ruffalo's character was.
He already is mentally challenged.
Look
at him. He's a potato.
He is a potato.
I pointed at my screen because he's to my right, and I don't know if on your screen how you're watching me, he's on my right. I might have pointed anywhere, and you couldn't have known.
I'm on the bottom. I'm a bottom.
Oh, I know you were into that.
I've got to say,
you're always on the bottom of me.
Shut the fuck up. So how I'm gonna rank this is. Oh fuck! I forgot we saw the Minecraft film. Fuck.
We saw the Minecraft film.
I forgot we saw that one too.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
You're gonna watch a Minecraft film? Have fun.
Um,
Legit.
but my big thing is
We're gonna watch Star Wars
now.
tomorrow.
Now, how is that going to stack
Star
up
Wars?
with? How is that
Which
going
one?
to? Hey, shut up, both of you. So I forgot. Now that's going to change the way how I actually, you know what? No, Minecraft movie was better than Mickey 17. I'm not afraid to say it.
What? Are you fucking kidding me, man?
That's wild.
You gotta remember, I
That's
was
fucking wild.
okay. Gotta think about it this way though. I've been wanting a Minecraft film for literally almost my entire life since
Just
I
because
was.
of its existence. Just because it exists, not because it's any good.
It was an entertaining film I could laugh at.
Oh, okay, that's valid. Chicken jockey, Robert.
Now I'm not saying it's my film of the year. I think that still goes to Wolfville.
Good. I would kick your ass.
It goes Wolfville,
Oh my god, Warfare was amazing.
Novocaine,
Novocaine was good.
Death of an Unicorn, Sinners, Minecraft movie, Mickey 17, and Captain America. The problem is that there's so many.
I will get back to you on this one because I know it's gonna change. I know my list is gonna fluctuate the entire year.
See,
And I'm really excited about Superman. I'm really excited about Fantastic Four. I know, call me a Marvel shill or a superhero shill. I don't care. I love my superhero movies, and I will rant about them until the day I die.
See, my thing is like that Sinners might be low. It might be out of my top 3, but the margins
It was really good.
The margins are so slim in this top category. You know what I mean? Like Wolfville is pretty good. Death of a
Warfare was
Unicorn.
fantastic.
Death of a Unicorn was just a fucking sleeper hit. You guys should go see that film if it's still in theaters.
You need to watch that if it's still in theaters. If
Novocaine-
not, get it on, watch it when it's on Max.
Novocaine
Novocaine is on digital right now.
was amazing. Like there's so many of those films like I can watch this. I glow about it. I glow about Sinners.
Warfare and Novocaine are on my to-do list of buying them as soon as they come out on Blu-ray.
But like my thing is I'm glowing about the last half of Sinners. I'm not glowing about the entire film.
Oh no, I from start to end, I love that movie so much.
I'm not a big fan of random sex scenes. I'm not gonna lie.
Pussy.
No, not even that. Yeah, some of it does.
That's the whole point.
There's a lot of that.
Some of that does stem from my trauma with Ferrari and taking a girl on a date, and then randomly mid-argument they start doing it on a table, and then
That's
out of the
exciting.
blue again, like because Ferrari's a manhole, obviously, so he bangs his wife, and then literally it like flops. The scene cuts and goes to a different sex scene with his mistress. No
That's actually
reason.
crazy.
Because I thought the film was about racing. It was not. It was nothing close.
There's a lot of people naked.
It was a missed opportunity, and my mind was,
No.
oh hey, this is getting good reviews. I can't see with the bros. Let's ask this girl out to see it.
Can't see with the bros? What you mean?
I think I was in Mexico.
No, this was December. This was because Jen just didn't want to watch it. We watched Wonka instead. Remember?
Oh, true. We did.
Which
we
was
watched
a
something.
much better film. I should have saw that again. Honestly.
Why did we watch? Hold on. Why did we watch?
Wonka?
Oh, god damn it. God damn it. We watched Wonka instead of watching Ferrari.
It
Well,
wasn't bad.
it was a lot better
It
of a
wasn't
film.
bad.
It was a lot
I
better.
enjoyed
Of a film.
Wonka.
I'm not
I
afraid.
enjoyed Wonka a lot. But
I really watching seeing a guy have sex twice in a row. That's kind of crazy.
It was.
Listen,
I literally looked
there
over
were
at the girl.
3 sex scenes in and one of them was with Haley Steinfeld. I was like, yeah.
Okay, I was looking
I'm
at that one.
jealous of Michael B. Jordan right
Okay,
now.
okay, the two that happened.
Or Haley Steinfeld, dude. Whatever.
Okay, Jimmy Kill. See, I was okay with the two that kind of happened in the Duke joint because it kind of plays into the story. What was the one with the hut? Was that one really necessary?
I don't think it was necessary, but I also think it was interesting to establish the relationship. That it's a very complicated relationship.
There's other ways you can establish complicated relationships than just a random sex
Fuck
scene.
off, you prude.
I'm like, I literally just praised the other two sex scenes, did I not? How am I a prude? I just, if there's a reason behind, it's the same reason with I don't like Terrifier films because the violence is just
Fucking Terrifier fucking pissed me off.
because
Terrifier pissed me off so much.
it's just goal
I
for goal's
watched
sake.
I watched one of them and I was like, fuck no, fuck. I was like, your mom really likes these movies? What the hell?
Yeah, it's just goals for goal's sake. It's just no reason behind it. It's just kind of shock humor.
At least with Scream, you get like
Comedy
Dumb.
out of it.
it's very that you're thinking scary movie,
Comedy.
jackass.
No, Scream was a breakdown, a critical breakdown,
It was. I'm being a dick.
which also scary
no,
movie
with
was.
Scream, you get like with Scream, you get like commentary outside of like what's going on. It's like two guys watching a movie and just talking about it.
Yeah, like what we do whenever we see a film. People hate us in theaters, probably. Actually, people do hate us in theaters.
I love
You guys
Scream
talk about the movie
I don't have the fourth one. Ignore that fact, but I have Scream 1, 2, and 3, and I have 5 and 6.
Okay, then my
I just
thing
keep
is
pulling movies out of my bucket.
that's why I can't necessarily put Sinners in my top 3 as much as I want to.
I will get back on that. I will
Death
get back
of-
to you on that one because that is something I gotta think about. I will say it next time. I will say next week. I will put my top 7 that we have so far. By that time it's gonna be 8 because we're gonna see Accountant in Star Wars tomorrow.
Okay, we're not going to count Star Wars. That's a
We're
re-release.
not counting Star Wars.
That's a
It's like
re-release.
17 years old, dog.
Fine, whatever.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's a movie that we saw this week.
Well, we're included
Like this year.
We're included in that, but we're not rating it on. We're rating new
Oh, okay.
releases only.
That's fair. Because that's why I want to talk. I want to talk about Clerks.
We're
and
talking about.
Mara because-
I'll cut out time in our segments next week for you.
Yay!
Also, you
By
still
that
need.
time, it's gonna be a lot of more movies. I gotta watch The Accountant 1
Yeah, by Saturday at 10:15.
by Saturday at 10:15 in the morning.
Now I get around about F1.
Do. Go ahead.
Max Verstappen.
Okay, I'm gonna be 100% with you. Max was ahead at the apex. Piastri pushed him off. Because
What does that mean?
Because Max Verstappen got a good 5-second penalty because he went off the track and gained an advantage. But because
Shit.
Piastri pushed him off the track, there was a clear shot at it. I know. And the worst part is, Lalo, Max lost, right? Guess how long? He was 2 seconds behind him. So had he not had to face that penalty, he would have.
Had he not gotten the penalty, he would have.
But what's most annoying about all of this is the FIA president confronted a very obviously angry and ticked off Max to say, "Hey, don't say anything bad." Because guess what? Oh, this is fucked. This is fucked, right? Let me get you to this point. The FIA can issue penalties if you talk trash about them and demean them.
No way.
First two, I think it's the first offense.
What kind of fucking
Totality?
magia is a fucking FIA?
That's the anti-Max
it's
Verstappen bill.
It's the governing body for like the European motorsports organizations.
What fucking magia is running it? Don't talk about Fight Club or you will be punished. I was like, what the fuck?
See the first one,
Like,
I do believe the first offense of if they deem it as demeaning or against the cause is a fine. The second time, you can face a suspended sentence. I'm not quite sure. I don't have it in front of me. But the third offense, they can take away road drivers points. So
wow.
if Max say goes on a streak of F the FIA, this place sucks.
Yo,
I hate all of you.
This shit. I hate it here.
They can
I want
actually
to go home.
They can deduct points from him, from the World Drivers' Champion,
Bullshit.
just because the driver is upset with how something's getting done. Because last year the big thing is that they're also cracking down on swearing, and there's a whole
That's unfair.
On swearing.
yeah. If some
I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it at all.
Well, say you're in a press conference, right? And you accidentally say shit crap. No, not crap. But
I ate shit against the wall.
yeah,
Right there, 5
actually,
points.
actually,
Yeah.
funny you should say that because Lakil actually got a suspended fine last year for literally saying, "Oh shit, I almost hit the wall. Oops, my bad. I'm sorry." He got a fine. He got
apologized.
fined for saying "oh shit."
Oh shit! I almost hit a wall.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
because the
Damn it.
commentator asked him what he did in that moment. He said, "Oh shit, I almost hit the wall. Oops, my bad. I did not mean to cuss."
Sorry that I was honest about how I actually spoke.
But yeah, straight up.
Sorry,
So
a genuine reaction came out of me.
that was
My bad.
that was last year. So a lot of the drivers, the GPDA, which is the drivers union, pretty much, came out saying, "Hey, we want
That's bullshit.
we want transparency because the big thing is that the FIA gets all the fines. So the guy got fined like 10K, I think. I'm not quite sure. And that money is just disappears. They don't know where it goes. It's a corrupt
That
organization.
sounds corrupt as fuck.
Disappears.
What's really so fucked up? I think last race. Where was that? Bahrain. I think it was either that one or the one before that. I can't remember. Oh, Suzuka. Might have been Japan. Carlos Sainz had a note from a doctor saying, "Hey, here's what happened. Here's why he missed the anthem ceremony." Right?
He needed to shit.
He needed to shit. He had the doctor's note. Guess what? They fined him. They fined him 50K for missing the ceremony, despite having a doctor's note.
50K?
Yeah.
Do you want me to take a shit in the car? Would you rather I pull down my pants in the car and take a fat shit right there?
That's actually illegal. Like, just find someone for no reason.
Well, that's the thing is though, they're the governing authority. They can do whatever they want. That's the problem.
Yeah, but just like imagine if Walmart decides to fine me $1,000. I don't actually have to pay their fine. It's Walmart.
Well, the thing is though, you have to participate in the organization, Jens.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so he could either get kicked out or pay a $50,000 fine.
Yeah.
Take a choice.
Typically,
You have $50,000 out of your pocket right now, motherfucker. You just swore. Fuck you! You missed the grand ceremony, the opening ceremony. You got $50,000 out of your pocket right now. Bitch.
Typically,
don't get on the car. You can't drive.
Typically the teams get fined, but typically the teams pick up the fine. But yeah, no, the FIA is going on an insane power grab right now.
Yo, you got $50,000 out of your pocket right now.
There goes
can't fucking drive, bitch.
There goes any
drive.
chance of me ever being invited to an F1 event with me just strip trash talking the FIA.
Oops. Shit. Sorry. Fuck. Ah, damn it. Ah.
Oh, you're gonna get fined. You can't compete anymore.
Fine. Okay. Bye.
We're going to end this conversation with goodbye, Lalo. We're going to end this final discussion with the Minecraft, the 2-week Minecraft phase that the Minecraft movie indoctrinated into us.
Yes.
You two no lifes wanna start the journey.
Well, he downloaded the Minecraft movie add-on on it. Actually, you guys have some story before me. I've only joined. I joined this Monday.
We started playing a couple of weeks ago, and we first started with a live stream. Robert just saying, "Hey, you wanna just fucking play Minecraft and go for a round?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And I jumped in. We created a realm. We started our first couple of nights, and we built a house. Then I was like,
a nice house.
We put a house. We put down we put a down payment on a house, and we started building it. And then suddenly I had to go pick up my brother from work, and then when I came back, we had a big ass house that I was built. And
we built in the middle of Afghanistan because there was a lot of like trees
and skeletons.
So every single time you would walk out of the house, one of the crew would be like,
you would get shanked. You would literally get shanked by a skeleton, and drop bombed by a fucking creeper.
There was a time I told Lalo, do
That's like
not
Afghanistan.
give the zombies any equipment. Him not listening to me proceeded to give the zombies all of his equipment. That was fun.
That was exciting.
That was interesting. Hey,
Then-
Jens, I have a question. Did you lose a pickaxe in the Nether?
Yes, I did. So what happens? I made
I
another portal.
saw it.
I immediately walked in, and right when I got into another portal, all the piglins killed me. So that's why.
Guys, can we? Are you able to play right now after we finish recording?
I may or may not be on the server right now, actually.
You motherfucker!
This is what I
Let me
mean by
open the game.
no, guys, let me finish the podcast before we start doing Minecraft.
I'm gonna get diamonds before you. I already got diamonds actually.
This is
Yeah,
Lalo.
I
I
already got
see.
diamonds.
Get the fuck off the game, Lalo. I see.
I'm
it.
trying.
This is
Well,
what
hear me out.
I.
I was playing TF2, and I was just turtling as a engineer, so I could pay attention.
Hey,
But then I was like,
Who
check
was
your
playing
check your
TF2?
chest.
He was playing TF2 this. You were playing TF2 this entire time.
as an NG, so like I wasn't actually doing that much. I was just turtling the whole time. Like it's not like I was actually trying.
This, you guys don't pay me.
Robert
You need to
is
start
dying.
paying me if you guys want to start doing this shit.
I will start writing checks for you, Robert. I promise.
Skeleton's about to kill me.
This is what I mean by
Or just Robert, not you, Jen. You get fucked. You don't get
Oh, I don't-
shit.
okay. This
I'm
is
here for the vibes, bro.
this is what
the
I
plot.
mean. This is what I mean by them no lifing. Cause I work a 40-hour work week, and I have to drive an hour's fork, so it's actually like whatever that is, like a 50-hour work week, counting travel, plus the gym, plus literally everything else in my life. I get
This guy
home
works out.
I get home at around 8 o'clock at night. I look at, do I really want to sit at my desk for an hour playing Minecraft? I say, no,
Yes.
it's not worth it, and I lay in bed and watch YouTube till I fall asleep.
What do you mean it's not worth it? It's always worth it to play Minecraft.
It's always worth to play Minecraft. Dude.
And these two shenanigan guys,
I
could be-
have hey, how many diamonds do you have right now, Jens?
I will not tell you.
I just need one.
Bro, I'm literally about to die from a zombie. One sec. Okay. It's a certain amount.
I just need
Wait,
one.
what?
Can I have it?
I'm not giving you my diamonds. No.
I need one so I can make a enchanting table.
Okay,
right now.
okay. This isn't relevant right now, guys. Lock back in.
Log back
Lock
in.
back.
Sorry.
I can be
Locked
in
in, I'm locked in.
I can be in the middle of a business rush while there's people coming, there's orders dropping. It's World War III where I'm at, and these two boneheads are saying, "Hey yo, Robert, get on the game. Hey yo, I'm doing this. Let's do that." I'm going like, guys, can y'all knock it off?
You meant this. You did this. You told us, hey, play Minecraft with me. And we did.
See,
I don't understand what the fucking problem is.
I'm eating rotten flesh right now. I don't know what you're
Choose
talking about.
the most inopportune times to become active, though, because
That's fair.
not only do I get notifications on my phone, I have a smartwatch that also gets notifications. So I get a buzz.
We're gonna break his wrist one day.
I get a buzz in my butt and then a nonstop buzz at my wrist.
That's kind of exciting. Sounds enjoyable.
Probably
Not-
gets horny a lot at work.
Not when you're trying to take care of business. Not when you're on a phone call with a customer explaining what went wrong with the order, and then it's these two boneheads saying, "Hey, Robert, wanna play?"
You're on a phone call and you're just like, oh.
You know how hard it is to focus on task at hand when it is going off for a solid 5-minute wall. Mix in all the other notifications I get. Say, someone arrives. I get a notification for that. I get a notification on the other phone that I have too. Also, and then now there's a chime that plays across the entire store's PA system.
Bruh.
So, your shenanigans.
I'm
are
just
good.
saying that you fucking did this. You did this to us.
How did I do this? I was betting on saying, oh, hey, I don't have Minecraft. Oh well, too bad. Not you actually staying with it, Lalo.
Hey, if my homie says, Lalo, get Minecraft, I'ma go run to my brother's room, steal their copy of Minecraft for the homie.
Okay,
The good homie.
how long
The
have I-
good homie.
how long have I been trying and get you to get Helldivers 2?
That's another thing entirely.
That's a different-
That's more expensive.
That's
Minecraft
like-
is free right now.
It's $40.
Is it free right now?
For me, it is because I have a fucking copy of it on physical.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it, bro.
But yeah, no. This is why I call these two the no lives because
Because we have no life.
they have no life.
Yeah, no life.
The amount of progress they get done. I play the road maybe once, to maybe 3 times, once or 3 times a week.
Oh,
With these
I've only
guys.
got
Which
once this week.
Gents, I don't
I was
believe
the
you.
one that was touching it the entire time. I have 3 stacks of iron.
It's a little sus that you're touching it so much.
This is what I mean. This,
Cocksucker.
and
I'm not. I
Cocksucker.
promise. I
And we're
promise
not
I'm
even.
not.
Bullshit.
We have just unlocked the Nether, so we have not been doing almost anything. Oh, also, did someone please tell me someone fixed the house with the piglin thing and fixed my?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
good.
put a little door.
Okay, good.
I was gonna go break down the other. I was gonna break the other portal so we can use the one outside.
No, let's use the one inside. I like the one inside.
Let's just have both.
Aww.
Both's good.
They both connect to the same place. There, and the one in the Nether leads you to the one upstairs. So we might as well have the one upstairs.
Nah.
Also, I have enough obsidian to Nether travel. If we want to do that.
I also
Two
do
pieces.
like how you're saying. I don't know. I thought you guys were building a staircase to hell. We did, Lalo. We did.
Technically, you guys did.
But yeah,
Like
we
what
just.
you mean?
I was just vibing. I built the portal. I was like looking for lava everywhere around our world. I went everywhere looking for lava, and then suddenly like, hey guys, I built a portal. I'm not gonna go in there because I want to go together. I want us to go together. We already built a portal a couple of days ago.
Lalo, did you forget?
Motherfuckers.
Lalo, did you forget about the shrine that was like just outside our base?
No.
You forgot about
No.
the shrine? It's like at 2 o'clock.
A child.
It's just past the river. Do you forget about that one, Lalo?
A little bit, yeah.
Fucking, that's why I placed the base where we
A
did.
little bit crazy.
Oops.
Now, how long do you think it's going to take before we get to the end?
Oh, wow.
A little bit, a while.
We ain't going to reach the end for a while, are we?
We won't. That's why I want to do the. That's why I want to do the never. That's why I wanted to do the Nether travel idea, so we can like, we can find we can find a fortress, and we can just set up a portal right there and fuck off.
Okay, how about
Abandon
this?
the previous base.
We gotta find a fortress though. That's the hard part. It's gonna take
How about this?
forever.
How about this,
That's gonna take
guys?
forever.
How about this,
Whoever
guys?
finds the first fortress gets some sort of special reward. How about that?
Oh my god!
get a
Yes,
high five.
bet.
You get a high five.
No, it's like a special item in the game. Like they get like the first mending book or something.
Okay, how about this, guys? You guys do the other things. I renovate the house. Cool.
She's gonna be the housewife.
Damn
I'm
right
gonna
I
make
am.
that.
You like that, Jens?
Can I
You
make the
like
outside
that?
look like a real house?
What? You don't like my dick-shaped windows?
Oh, I like that. I'll
think
keep
it's
that.
funny.
I want to look like a real house too.
Okay, yeah.
That's the best part of it, actually. I'm
As
keeping
long
that,
as
obviously.
I reserve the rights to make the pool. I love making pools in Minecraft. Damn it!
You make the pool, okay?
God damn it!
I have one gimmick and that's it.
This is a pool gimmick. The pool gambit.
Yeah, I'm really good at making pools. I haven't made one in a while, but I guess we do because the quartz doesn't show up into the Nether, doesn't it?
Nah, but the quartz is everywhere in the Nether, bro. It's like
Okay, cool.
everywhere.
Okay, cool. Because I want my pool to be extravagant, so I need lots of quartz. You get that, guys?
Yeah,
I
lots
got
of
a lot of
quartz.
quartz. I got already a lot of quartz.
Okay, cool.
Understood, boss.
Lalo, what are you doing?
Trading is fun.
You're,
I'm trying to set up my phone differently.
you're investing way too much time, especially towards the end of the stream. Well, not stream, but recording.
As it should be.
This has been episode 2 of Backlogged.
I am Lalo.
I'm Jens.
And I am Robert. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. See
Thank
ya,
you for
guys.
watching to our madness.
Shenanigans.
Seriously.